Okay, good evening. Welcome to another game of Marvel Crisis Protocol in the top 32 of the Season 15 cuts. And today we've got Molfar from Poland running Inhumans with an Asgard splash, and he's facing Eric Small from America, who is running Wakanda. With me as ever is Nick Cork. How are you doing, Nick?
I'm all good, thank you. Yourself?
Very good, thank you. So I'm not sure if they've rolled Pro yet. Doesn't look like it. So they're just having a little chat. So let's get these lists up on screen. So it's Molfar's running an interesting list actually. It's looks like a Inhumans Kaiju list. So a lot of these Inhumans guys are running Black Bolt, Medusa, 6 threats. It used to be CGI, now Thor at 15, but he's also got the 15 splash.
Yeah, with Sif rather than Bill, which I suppose makes sense. With Brothers in Arms now being restricted, it's a lot harder to splash that in. So Sif is potentially the stronger option now.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just interested when he would choose to play one over the other, because they seem to both be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So we've got a very convincing prior roll here, so 5-0. So Wakanda have won that for sure. And they have chosen their secures, I guess. So it's Gamma versus Hammers. So yeah, that's interesting. So you don't see a huge amount of Wakandas playing Gamma anymore, even though it was the big fashion back in the day.
I still have nightmares about that. Wake up in a cold sweat. Sweat.
Yeah, absolutely. So Eric's got Black Panther, Shuri Okoye, and Storm. Makes sense. And then he's also got 6 threat Thor, original Killmonger, Spectacular Spider-Man, Ulik, and Nick Fury. It's a really interesting mix of crises here. So he's got Gamma, very, very fighty, Scoundrel's very, very scory, and then Sword, which is sort of in between. So scory crisis, but with the fighty shape. And then he's got very, very fast extracts. Very interesting. So
we see what threat they picked at all. 15.
15, cool. Interesting, yeah. So I imagine we're going to get a big old kaiju list here.
Yeah, definitely could see that. Either the Asgard 3 of Loki 4 and Lady Sif, or potentially could go for that, what you suggested earlier of Black Bolt 4 and Medusa. Yes, both pretty terrifying 15s.
Yeah, that is scary. So yeah, it's very, I think it's quite favourable for Molfar that the 15 has come out. And for Eric, I wonder what he's going to pick. So it doesn't, other than Thor himself, I'm not sure exactly what his plans are at 15. So that'd be 9 points left. So Black Panther. So maybe Black Panther, Shuri, Okoye, Thor. Yeah, maybe that's what we're looking at. Does he have the Spirit Wakanda stuff? He does. So maybe that's a plan. Maybe can't do it turn 1 anymore, but maybe just give Thor 2 extra power at some point during round 1 is an idea. I'm not sure. So
guarantees that pounce turn 1 if that's what he wants.
Yeah, or just get rid of a building straight away as well, I guess. Well, Embrace is probably not available. Interesting.
And if the Inhumans go with 4 themselves, they've got that option to move a power from a character, stick it on 4, and that pounce is immediately turned on.
Yeah, so we could be seeing some very explosive round 1s from both sides here.
What I've seen in on occasion as well is that they put a power into Medusa to move 4 up the board, and then a power into him later on.
Yeah.
So they're starting considerably way up the board, able to pounce onto the midline, then double attack in the first turn.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. I'm glad I'm not playing.
Yeah, if you put anyone up near the midline, they are in for a world of hurt.
Interesting. So hammers is a pretty nasty one as well, because sometimes on Gamma Scrolls you see people just ignore the scroll on the side and just it stays there all game. But I'm not sure if you do that with hammers because they're so valuable for the fighting. You don't want your opponent to get them.
Yeah, it definitely makes them, out of all the extracts, are probably the hardest to just ignore. It's the attrition teams that tend to favour ignoring the extracts, and having a hammer can also help with your attrition plan. So, obviously stating the obvious, but
sure, and it could get out of hand quite easily because neither of these two teams have any extract steals going on, I don't think. So if somebody gets an early spike and then just collects a whole load of hammers, then that could get very, very ugly very, very quickly.
Especially, well, if the lineup is Black Panther, Shuri and Okoye, for example, they're going to have a lot harder time getting hammers back off the opposition than potentially a Black Bolt Medusa 4 lineup would, in terms of pure fighting. But we'll see what they're going for. Okay, so 5 wide, so we got it completely wrong.
Okay, interesting. So we're playing for the points here on the Wakanda side. I think that makes a lot of sense. I'm not sure you were going to be able to fight through the dedicated kaiju list. And we've got interesting. So we've got the Asgard variant coming from Molfar. So that's cool. So Molfar here has got Thor, Lily Sif and Loki and Brace, Recal, Rainbow Bridge, Odin's Blessing and Sacrifice. Makes a lot of sense. And then over here we have got Panther, Shuri, Okoye, Nick Fury and Wong. Along with Spirit, Sacrifice, Reposition, and Race. Reposition! Oh, I love that card. It's so tasty. So I guess he's playing Wong for the immediate Spirit Wakanda stuff. So that's cool.
Yeah. Nick Fury is the one that stands out to me.
Yeah, I guess.
Where do you see him coming in as a tech piece on this particular match?
It's interesting. You might get super fruity and try and grab both hammers immediately, because Molfar's not going to want to run and grab somebody wide immediately. So if he sends his Thor all the way over to try and kill the grunts, that's going to be a disaster. He doesn't want Thor out the battle. So, but then if it works and he kills them, then that's also great. So it's interesting. Yeah, Heisman.
Yeah.
It is a brutal crisis draw, but Wakanda have Gamut in their list, so this is their secure. So it's quite interesting that they've chosen that way. It's an interesting list, given how fast the extracts are, how slow this particular secure is. Sorry, Nick.
No, it's okay. The one thing I was going to say that Lady Sif brings that Bill doesn't is a turn 1 pressure, because she has that turn 1 charge online.
Yeah.
So if he does go for the double grab, Sif is potentially able to attack them on the midline first turn. Whereas Bill, outside of being moved forward by Loki into position, isn't able to threaten them on the first turn.
For sure. Yeah, Sif's is such a good model. It's crazy that she's seeing making less news than Loki and Thor, which just suggests how good they are, because she is also amazing.
Yeah, most definitely. I think she was just overshadowed a little just due to how strong that Brothers in Arms combo was, and now that's been restricted. I think she's going to start seeing a lot more play, and people will realise just how good she is.
Yeah, it's just the little things like you bring a card up, like she's got the push and the follow up, so she operates a little bit like Red Skull 3 does with the pushing and moving after attack. But the push is any direction as well. It's just absolutely bonkers. Just how flexible that is and how useful. So, for example, we've just had Abomination come out, and he's got a push, but it's away, and it's also a must, not a may. So, a little bit of example of just how good and flexible Lady Sif is, that she's got both things better than that, and she's a 4 threat rather than a 5 threat.
Yeah, nothing more depressing than triggering the push and knocking them out of range of both your follow-up attack and your potential poison AoE ability.
Yes, that's a bit sad.
But at least he has a range-free attack to compensate for that.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. I think there are some places where he's going to be pretty cool. Because he looks a bit like, yeah, fine on paper, but I think the large base medium move opens up a lot of plays that you don't otherwise get. So I think he still could be pretty good.
He can definitely put out some decent turn 1 pressure, and with that range attack generating a power and the long range on his throw,
yeah,
it's pretty well. You've got a good chance of burning your opponent's brace turn 1, which is a win in my books, I think, because so often in a game there's opportunities where you want to throw and then brace is just still online. It's just frustrating. So being able to just get that out of the way almost immediately makes the rest of the game so much easier to play.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's obviously options for he could hurl debris at one character and throw the train at another who has picked up an extract and so may not have the power to brace.
Yeah,
so
that's the option as well.
If people don't position correctly, then they can end up taking size 4 up to the face turn 1, which obviously you don't have to let happen, but that causes pressure, which makes you make other decisions. So it's interesting.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he was just measuring the short move from Nick Fury.
Mm-hmm.
What during deployment? Are you actually able to do that during deployment?
My understanding is that the rules are the same as they are at any other point in the game, so you're allowed 2 sticks. It's just
okay.
Obviously the 3 is your 1 range stick.
Fair enough then. Not my mistake.
I'm not 100%, but I think that's the rules.
Okay, so like you speculated, he's clearly set up here to grab both hammers with priority.
Mm-hmm.
With the agents on one side and Nick Fury himself on the other side.
Oh, this is interesting. So maybe Molfar 1. Oh, no, they definitely. Yeah. Gamma's definitely. Yeah, Gamma. So it's definitely.
I think it's actually Eric that was measuring before,
right, okay.
just to see his threat range.
Sure.
One thing he does need to take into account is go forth on Loki, moving 4 up.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure. Do you want to be sending 4 out to the sidelines to attack some shield agents?
Yeah, the shield agents are a great hit because there's absolutely no way that Asgard are getting this hammer. I mean, the Krunts could die trivially, but they don't have another model to go get it unless they want to abandon every single secure, potentially.
No. And with the train there, he's not going to be able to, he can position it so 4 isn't even able to pounce towards the secure.
Yeah. So yeah, this is interesting. Nice ballsy play here.
Do you have the option here though of Lady Sif, move, charge, and then with that omnidirectional push, knocking Nick Fury much closer into the action, which could be quite scary.
Yeah, absolutely. With how Thor is positioned, this is definitely the safer of the 2 sides for Wakanda there.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like it's just like your shield agents go down. It's not a big thing. You can summon them back in later. You get to pick yourself where they drop the extract. If Nick Fury goes down to 4 turn 1, that's a lot more daunting to come back from.
Ooh, might get a cheeky Loki. No, it's just out.
I think that's out of range, yeah.
But that was either perfect eyeballing from Eric or he got away with one. Because they definitely could have been further away from that.
Yeah, I was surprised they didn't go a little bit further. But I guess part of that is not wanting to drop the hammer out in the middle of nowhere if he is dazed. Being able to drop the hammer near to one of his guys to pick up, probably advantageous.
Sure.
So there's an option of a pass here. 3 going into 4. I think you're not going to gain anything necessarily from going with one of the Asgardians. So would you potentially look to pass here?
It seems like a pretty easy pass, doesn't it? All you can do is put one of your models in harm's way, maybe take a Shuri shot or something, so there's no point doing that.
But I guess pretty simple Wong activation here as well if he does pass.
Oh, indeed. Lovely bit of Wongers. I will say the Wakanda team is lacking any kind of teeth whatsoever. So if they don't score fast and early, I think they're going to really struggle to put any damage into the Asgard team. Like Sif is just so difficult to take down with all physical attacks, which is what they have on their damage capable models. So it's going to be a hard road if they don't just race to victory points.
Yeah, with the newer version of Gamma, it's a lot more difficult to race to victory than the old one used to be.
For sure.
When Wakanda used to terrorize people in it. So, looks like he's setting up Wong here for the Spirit Wakanda.
Makes sense.
So, yeah, Wong's going to power stats his meditate. Going to move up.
Presumably give it to Shuri.
That's who he's measuring for, yeah. So, 2 power to Shuri. Sorry, transfer the power to Shuri, who would then use Spirit Wakanda to give everyone 2 power.
Oh, he's doing it with a Koye. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure about that. Because ideally you'd want the Koye to have the bodyguard power. Active next round. And Shuri generates power so quickly that it's no hassle for her.
Yeah, most definitely.
He's not playing it now either. Okay. Because it doesn't have to be on your turn, so he could have.
No, and I suppose it doesn't really make any difference if he does it now or next round.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a forward 2 place here. So this would be Loki using go forth on 4. So he's already moved up in range to pick up the hammer without even spending any power yet.
And then he's just going to sit back on the back point, being super duper annoying because his pity aura will reach the thing as he's measuring there. I guess that's it.
Yep.
Yeah. Someone has to stand on the back point, otherwise it'll just get double long moved to and taken. So yeah, Loki can go there. That's fine. Interesting to see what he does. He may be trying to go straight in there and grab that hammer off the back point. Because what are Wakanda going to do about it?
It looked like he was measuring. Wasn't quite sure if it was out range or not, but looked like he was measuring if Shuri actually was now in range to be able to walk up and push 4, which would be pretty decent. Completely undo the Loki's power spent.
Yes.
Oh, that's tight, but I think he's going to make it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
That's not good news for Molfar here. Because Shuri's got a guaranteed push, so 4 is definitely going back.
Again, he's
And very luckily for Molfar, this attack can only do 1 damage.
oh my god. Oh yeah, that could have been a very death thought otherwise. That's a lot of damage. He does give him the power to then immediately just pounce back to where he was.
It does.
But I guess if he picks up the hammer, he's not going to do that.
No, yeah, he doesn't have the option to pick up the hammer and pounce now, so...
It's very interesting that he has again missed a Spirit Wakanda opportunity.
Yeah.
So he could have just played that before doing that with Shuri, and she would have 2 more power. So he's saving it up for something.
I guess he potentially could move Okoye in, pop it, and still be in range to get everyone. So I don't think he's lost the opportunity.
No.
But previously, 4 could walk straight into the middle, pick up the hammer, walk straight into the middle, and be where he wants with another action. Now, if he wants to get that hammer, he's going to have to burn both of his activations to get into the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So that push was huge.
Very tasty. Range 5 goes so far on turn 1. It's
Yeah, really.
always a surprise. Yeah, so difficult choices for Molfar now because
Okay, so he's not going for Nick Fury with Sif, which we thought might have been an option.
I'm just going to charge, try and get rid of Shuri.
Yeah, if he manages to get the wild to push her forward, that's going to be a nice juicy target for 4 to get some revenge.
Yeah, it's so gross. It's like a mini deception almost. If you get this off, it's just absolutely disgusting.
He hasn't, but he's got a crit to roll in. And
Shuri tanks it all.
he's got no power to use the leadership either.
My God. Is oh, she is on the gamma. Yeah. Makes sense. So yeah, it looks like Eric's going to get a 3-0 hammer lead at the very least here, and then whatever he gets on the secures as well. Because Panther can push. Well, Panther can do all sorts of things. He can double long move, pounce, and push. Oh no, and just contest the thing. He can't get the back point.
He's still not done the Spirit of Wakanda though.
What's he doing?
Currently, he does not have the power to do it.
Intriguing. Illegal measuring here, as we were instructed at the WTC. We were told that every measuring stick has to be touching a model or a token at all times.
Okay, is that a natural rule, or was that just for the WTC?
I don't know. Well, the rule is you're not allowed to proxy base, which includes thin air.
Okay.
Just guessing how big a base is. So that kind of stuff is technically not allowed. Not something I've ever come across, but...
So who'd you put the hammer on here for, Wakanda? Because obviously Black Panther's probably the better option for it.
Well, I think he's
as
the
you're
only...
wanting Okoye to tank the hits with the bodyguard, but you're also giving away the opportunity to secure the middle if you do.
Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? Because Panther's the only person who won't die instantly if you give them the hammer. So Okoye will just die to Loki. Mystic attacks. Or Thor from outside of range 2. So.
Because what you could do here is say he sends Koyo wouldn't be able to use Spirit of Wakanda and pick up the hammer as well, would she?
No.
I was just thinking in terms if you have her standing back and Black Panther's got free power, could walk, pounce to the midline, push one away, and then if you want to definitely secure the extra VP, you could Wakanda Forever, and push the other character off.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the opening I was thinking of. Sorry, he could double move, pounce Wakanda Forever on the back point last turn to get 2 victory points. And then also Wakanda Forever with Shuri to push Sif off. So
Yep.
if he wanted to, he could score 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 victory points.
It would be a pretty nice lead when you're realistically on the clock into this Asgard list.
For sure.
I think this situation he's in now shows why it would have been so important to have given the extra power to Shuri earlier.
Yep.
Because she could have passed out all the extra power from Spirit Wakanda, and when she walked up and shot, she still would have gained the 1 power necessary to use Wakanda Forever later in the turn if he still wanted to.
Yes, 100%.
And then he wouldn't be in this awkward situation trying to decide who to put the hammer on. But in all fairness, I don't really play Wakanda, so there may be some tech I'm missing out on, or some specific reason he's not doing it as of yet.
Oh yeah, 100%. I know, no idea. There must. We're probably missing something really obvious. I do think that trying to score as many victory points as early as possible is probably Eric's route out of this game. I think if this ends up 4-2 or 4-3 or something, then I think he's just going to get ground out of it real quick.
Okay, so this is curious. So it looks like he's pouncing here to get himself from range 3 of the agents.
Okay.
If he kills them, he can double walk and pick up the hammer. But also, he's leaving the one on his back point. Maybe he's okay with that because it's points that Eric isn't scoring.
Yeah, I think that's why this Black Panther should have saved for last activation, because like you can't do that otherwise, because Black Panther could move, push Loki and pick up the hammer and end up with all 4 hammers and all the secures. Like it's just...
which would have been an incredible activation.
Yeah.
So the agents have gone down here.
Quite understandably.
As you'd expect from a 4 attack.
Oh, I would like to see that as far away from as possible. So if Thor wants to double move, then good, well, fair play to you, mate. Off you go. Go stand in a corner.
As he wants to put it in range for his own Okoye to be able to pick it up.
Yeah. She can get there regardless. Ooh, I don't like that. You don't want to leave it where Thor will be standing within 3 of somebody for next turn.
No. Well, the only thing is Thor's already pounced and attacked, so...
Oh, yeah, you can't reach... Yeah, sorry.
He's not going to be able to reach it, as long as it's not within 1 move.
Yeah, makes sense.
So 4 second action here, do you just send him it? Like, you're outside of Wakanda Forever, you're...
Well, I mean, Eric's left the last activation to Okoye, so there's absolutely no threat whatsoever going on, so you might as well just charge straight forward.
Yeah, position yourself for the opening next turn to do as much damage as possible before Shuri starts pushing you away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's very interesting, actually, because, yeah, this looks to be fairly favoured now to Molfar, but there definitely were some lines available that made this a lot.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what someone else's full process is. It looks like there was better options, but you might have a longer term game plan in mind.
Absolutely. I'm sure there's a Wakanda player screaming at us now saying, "You idiots, you've missed the most obvious line in the world. This is all going to plan." So, yeah. That hammer's still on the floor, though, from Loki, but I guess it's not the end of the world. It's just he'll get it next time. Oh, but Loki with a hammer is pretty scary. I don't want anything to do with that. 7 dice mystics with all the extra bonuses. That's pretty nasty. Did he measure that Loki is still within 3 of Thor, though? Because I'm not sure if he did.
I didn't see him measure that, no. He seemed to be more focused on who Thor would be punching, which is fair enough.
This is the problem with Gamma. Is like Gamma Hammer in particular is like if you go get that hammer, you just lose so much action efficiency for next time. So.
Yeah, because you want Okoye in the mix of things next turn bodyguarding to save your pieces.
Yeah.
If she's standing off, yes, she's scoring you an extra VP, but are you going to lose more VPs because she's not doing her job next turn?
Exactly. Okoye is obviously the most unkillable character in the whole game, so she should be fine with that.
South and Nick will be taking the damage though from the Gamma.
Yep. So yeah, we've got 4 to Eric and 2 to Molfar.
Molfar got. Oh yeah, he didn't get a single hammer, did he? Just the 2. All that talk about how attrition teams won't ignore the extracts on the side when it's a hammer, and he's ignored his own home one.
Yeah. Who needs?
Obviously, that wasn't his initial plan.
For sure.
He clearly was setting 4 up to pick it up, but. So, with the priority here, do you just go big with 4?
Well, I mean, I'm not an Asgard player, but that's what they seem to like doing. Roll those dice.
And see, if Shuri survives this turn, I would imagine 4 would just get double pushed.
Yes.
So I think you want to get this 4 activation off while he's in position to do maximum damage.
Yeah, I think if you remove Shuri from the table as quickly as possible, then Eric's control options are fairly limited for the rest of the game. He's got a push with Panther, and that's it.
And also getting her reroll bubble off the table as well.
Yeah.
That's going to significantly reduce the efficiency of the other models.
Well, poor old Wongers. I mean, he was there for Spirit, but we didn't play Spirit or use it for an explosive opening, and now he's going to stand around for the rest of the game, not really contributing. So it's a hard life for a Wong.
Could be some clutch healing later on, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. It's difficult with 4 health models to get much healing down. But yeah.
Shuri gets left on 1. Wong heals her up. She survives this activation. We'll be cheering on Wongers.
Let's go. Can't heal the dead.
So attack going in here. I'd assume into Shuri.
He measured to Wong, so I'm not sure.
Did he? Okay. Not a big attack, no.
No.
He's got a leadership reroll.
He's going to pay for it. He is going to pay. Gives power to Loki. Stupid Loki.
Ooh. So just 2 coming in.
2 books 1.
I think he's checking here for defensive rerolls.
Oh, sure he's spending, so he must be attacking Wong.
Doesn't convert though.
Oh no, he was attacking Shuri. So,
okay.
Shuri spent the leadership. That was the one for the leadership. That's right. Black Panther has the leadership. These things happen.
Okay, so yeah, in Shuri, I think we agreed that made the most sense as a target.
100%. Oh, it's always sad though when this happens and he'll just spike the shit out of the next one and then she'll be dead.
He's spending power first though, so is he throwing the car or himself? Looks like the car.
Looks like the car, yeah. Oh yeah. Can you brace it?
Oh,
She's just
she's
rolling.
not.
I guess that makes sense. She's going to die anyway. Oh, well, that's a shame.
And
Blocking
she
one
did. She
would
is
waste the
down.
attack. Oh, yeah, leadership. So he's really hoping to get
Okay.
this through, because then that's wasting
Could
another
come in
action.
clutch.
For...
Unfortunately
Nope.
not.
Nope. Dead. It's the end of Shuri. And then Thor's got another action.
Oh, could be the end of Wong now, though.
Oh dear. Could always pounce into Okoye. He's not the money.
Not the power currently, no. So this we were talking about earlier with Okoye being out on the side. These are the attacks you want her to be tanking.
100%. And ideally you want the hammer on Panther, because he's the only one who's going to do any attacks of meaning this game.
He does have the one hammer, though. It's not showing up on the overlay, but he did pick up the home hammer.
Oh, did he? Okay, sure.
So this must be into Wong, because he's the only target in range.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Oh, he's certainly not spying that one.
Uh-oh. Wong's going to live. Let's go, Wong.
He is going to live. He may even take no damage at all. Oh, he doesn't.
Oh, what a heroic
Wow, he's
Wong.
spending for the reroll, but Wong has the reroll option, and it doesn't convert, so... Not been very good dice so far for Molfar. Right, I'll be back in a couple minutes, okay?
Yeah, no worries. I'm just going to, whilst you're away, find the world's smallest violin for all those Asgard players out there who didn't roll the right dice. Okay. I don't think you go chasing Nick out there. I think you wait till he comes in and then you kill him when he arrives. Yeah. This is the conundrum, of course, with this Wakanda list, is that there's a lot of inconsequential activations with people like Okoye and Wong now. So they're basically just pass activations at this point, which is always a rough position to be in when there are such high quality attrition activations on the other side of the table. So the damage train is going to keep on coming in, and if you are just passing effectively, that's not going to be great. So, yeah, Okoye looking at maybe poking a Thor with her boop stick, and maybe walk him out to the back point. I was going to have to go and look up what else Spirit Wakanda does, so I can find out what he's saving it for. Special concessions or healing, yeah. Okay. Okoye has to move. She can't stand up there taking gamma damage, so she has to do one attack. Probably move. Okoye with a hammer, obviously terrifying. She is one of the spikiest models in the entire world. Not this time. Yeah, that's going to be that. Oh, he's not even measuring. He's within 3 for the pity. Oh, that's interesting. I assume Thor's in 3, but I'm not 100%. Oh, this leadership's annoying. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. I would have liked to have been on the secure just in case. It's always a nice thing to do. That means that Panther can just run away and do whatever the hell he wants. Even if one gets killed.
Right, I'm back, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. So Okoye shot Thor, took 1 damage from Pity, did nothing to Thor.
Oh, okay, so yeah, moved her onto the back point.
But she's not on the point.
Oh, she hasn't made it.
She did. Okay. She chose not to stand on it, so she could have made it, but she chose not to.
Okay. Still no Spirit of Wakanda.
It's there to.
Well, she wouldn't have been able to pay for it this turn with that hammer, would she?
No.
Oh, actually, she could. Sorry, once she beamed for the, it's a gainer, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it's not. But she took damage. She gained a power for the damage she took from Pity.
Ah, from Pity. Okay, that's where the extra power came from. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Nick is so far out. I don't know if he could even make a secure, except maybe the middle one.
Yeah, it looked. He's definitely not making the one where Loki is. Like when they were measuring Sif in the first turn, it looked like she was only just going to make it in range 2 to attack him.
Yeah.
And she was.
So Sif's charging in. Looks like she's attacking Wong because she measured outside of range 2 of Okoye. And this is why you would want Okoye on this back point. So if Wong goes down here, you've got options. But Molfar continues to roll terrible dice. He's rolling really badly.
Got the push, though.
He's rolling really badly, and he's still dazed one model and half killed another. I guess that's Asgard.
Just get bailed out by Froze.
Yeah. Oh, look at this guy, Wong. He's just taking it. What a champ.
So she's got the push here. And also the follow-up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Get outside of range 3, heal, and then do a little follow-up. Oh, she's backing off. Interesting. I'm not sure she'll get onto the secure way.
Yeah, I'm surprised because standing there, she's putting big pressure on Black Panther to have to push her off or remain.
Exactly. She's very tanky, so she probably wouldn't die to Panther. I guess there's no point.
But she is in a position though where Panther could double tap her though, because Shuri is blocking the auto push route if he wanted to go that way.
Yeah, 100%. I guess you have to worry about that. You can't just give people that for nothing, I guess. So, okay.
Yep, continues to roll poorly.
Okay. Wong is the hero. I'm sorry I doubted you, Wong.
Oh, is that... I think he's failed to convert on every one of the leadership rerolls so far.
My days. He gets the push though. So Wong's going for a lovely little dance. Not sure about the angle. Yeah, as you were saying, look how silly Sif is. Like, how has Wong ended up there from 2 builders? That's absolutely nonsense. Because now Wong
and
can't...
a lot of other characters you'd be scared if they were that far up the table, but with how tanky she is as well.
Yeah.
Panther doesn't have the power for mantle either, which that would be genuinely scary, but 2 Panther hits outside of wild spikes couldn't really threaten Sif at all.
If only there was a way to give Black Panther 2 more power.
It'll come in useful later.
Oh, that's Wong. Go in there, grab that hammer. Go on, duel. Fight Loki.
So far, he's been invincible, so there's a good chance he survives Loki's activation.
I believe in you, Wong. Let's do it, mate. Come on. It's for the fans.
What's he measuring here, do you think?
I don't know. It's very interesting, regardless.
Yeah, Nick Fury in no man's land. Part of that is because he deployed him didn't deploy him so safe, but put him at the furthest possible point away from the Asgardians when he was picking up the hammer.
Yeah.
It's definitely kept him safer in turn 1, but it's made it a real awkward turn 2.
I think he was still in range. He moves in a direct straight line to attack Sif. So that could be interesting. Because Fury with a hammer is pretty scary.
And he gets the opportunity to attack her from outside of her Master Swordswoman range as well.
Yep. Okay, what's happening here? Is this just Black
This
Panther?
is an attack, so this must be Black Panther into Sif.
Yeah, so it's going to take 1 at most.
He's got no power for the reroll. Is he going to spend the Wakanda? Power for the Wakanda leadership? Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, you'll probably want to keep it for Mantle, don't you?
So, damage reduction from Sif, so she's taken just the 1.
She's so tanky, it's crazy. Against physical, particularly, it's just absolutely mad.
Yeah, especially she won't have the power for it now. As she used her power last round to try and put through that 1 damage, but with 2 power, when she's been attacked from within range 2, she's able to use Master Swordswoman, the same ability that Zemo has, and then gets full rerolls.
Okay, Panther's pouncing rather than mantling into Sif.
Molfar saving all of his dice for that 1 roll. I think at this stage, do you just go for it? Yep, he's going for a follow-up attack.
Just push her off, I guess.
Couple of blocks here. It's going to need to be a real bit. Oh, there's a big hit. So 5 into 2. Even with a big hit like that, she's still currently on course to take 2 damage. And if she converts here, which she does,
takes 1. Oh
1 damage.
God. She's so silly. She is so silly.
Guaranteed push though here. So looks like she should be able to push her.
Yeah.
Push her away from the gamma. So that'll be an extra point of damage from the gamma damage next turn.
For sure. Oh, what?
Sorry.
I would be trying to get a better angle than that, because otherwise she's going to get cover when Nick attacks her, potentially.
Tricky though, it looks like with Shuri's base he didn't have much leeway.
Yeah. So weird ranges coming up here, because like people are just like just outside of 3 like that. Like Loki doesn't want to move off that point to attack Wong, because then he won't have the point. So
yeah, and if he fails to kill Wong, he's given him a
3 victory points.
Yeah. Do you pass here with Wong still to go, Nick Fury still to go? It's possible that your opponent moves someone into a better position, which you can exploit with Loki.
Yeah.
But then the only other thing is, if you did want to go for Wong with Loki, you'd be giving away priority at that point.
Yeah, 100%. I would have desperately loved to have seen Eric saved the Black Panther activation for last, just so he can threaten the stealing of the home gamma for Asgard. Even if he didn't end up doing it, just keeping Molfar honest and stopping him from not having to worry about it would be definitely something.
Yeah, and going with it that early, what did he even gain, really? Because it looked like Fury was already in range if he wanted to walk and attack Sif, so that's not really changed anything. I guess he knows now that he doesn't need to move Wong back to the home point. I think almost with Loki, if you go here, you potentially just pick up that hammer and don't do anything.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? You just can't. You don't want to leave that backgamma empty for Wong to get 2 victory points.
Yeah, because like likelihood is with a hammer with a Loki attacking into Wong, you get him. But as the dice have shown so far, this game doesn't big dice pools don't necessarily mean anything.
Okay.
I'm guessing he's passed here.
Yeah, I guess that must be it. So Nick maybe he's going to climb up on that terrain. This makes sense. One could heal Fury and then move on to that middle point to tie it. So that'll be another 4-2 round. So 8-4 starts to get a little bit hairy. Even if you imagine Thor will just clean up Shuri immediately next round.
The thing I don't like as well with the Okoye positioning is she's out of the bodyguard range of Shuri next round.
Yes.
I know you don't necessarily want to give up that hammer to Thor, but losing Shuri is going to be rough.
Yeah. You definitely want the option, don't you, to have a choice.
And he's got to use, and if he wants her on the point next turn, he needs to use an action to move. So it does seem strange on him not putting her on there if he could. Or it wasn't a case of one of those where she bounced off the movement stick slightly. Did it look more deliberate?
No, he definitely did it on purpose. Maybe just trying to get out of range or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it could be out of range 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
So, how would you feel about this play moving in and getting a pop shot off? I feel like he should potentially be moving in closer just to be more involved in the secures in future. But on the flip side, I guess he's keeping that hammer out of the way of the Asgardians.
It's tough because, I mean, he's going to be shooting Sif in cover here. So she's going to take 1 damage at most. It doesn't seem like a hugely valuable use of Nick Fury.
Yeah. I guess it depends if he wants to, potentially does want to keep him out of the action.
Yeah, so this is slightly better because you won't get cover at least, so there's a chance that he spikes through that. I think you've got line of sight quite comfortably there.
Yeah, that looks with the shadow of the tool.
Yeah, there you go. Cool. Yeah, just don't let Nick get shot too easily, I guess. And he's in range to have a bit of a shot at Thor next time as well.
Big shot into
there we
no
go.
defense.
He's got the PS regardless, even if he rerolls. 5! Okay, that kills her. Here we go.
Fortune favours the brave.
And that's why he's going to Odin's, he's going to have money. There we go, that's the end of Sif. And yeah, so not giving her cover was really, really good there.
Doesn't affect the scoring at all, but Sif not being healthy for contesting the secure next turn, and it does give you the option to remove her off the board, and when Asgard have only got 3 wide, each one of their activations is pretty important.
Oh, it's super relevant because like he basically has to activate Sif first next because
yeah, he can't afford to lose her, so he's bringing in the shield agents.
Yeah.
So with Loki here, do you literally? Well, the shield agents in range of Loki. Looks that way.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Yeah, he might have been.
You potentially just pick up the hammer and blast the shield agents.
That makes sense. Just get rid of him for next time. Yeah, the shield agents could have been potentially out of range of Loki, and then that super threatens the Lady Sif KO.
Yeah. And like we were talking about, Loki doesn't want to leave that point, so when he didn't have a target before, that was going to be a pretty underwhelming Loki activation. Now he can generate himself some extra power.
Yeah, he's giving himself. He's just giving Loki 2 free power, isn't he? Basically, I can always go fourth Thor as well. Yeah.
Do you move 4 off that point and basically give it to Wong?
It's a VP either way, isn't it? Because you tie the back point where Panther is. Because the
do you think 4 will make that with a range 2?
I think with his fat base he does.
If so, then yeah, that's worth it.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, I think for that. Okay, yeah, I like that actually. You get 4 in a much better position for next turn. You're not changing the VP scoring at all. Do you, in that situation, potentially risk Sif by going with 4 first?
I don't know if you need to go with Thor first, because with Odin's, the chances of him dying to
True, and he's but on the flip side, he has Odin's for and recalibration matrix for Sif.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so tough to get through this team. It's crazy.
So you're spending power on Loki.
Rainbow Bridge. Okay, we're just leaving that hammer at home.
Okay.
Maybe he's going to move back to it afterwards.
Maybe. I'm not sure I like this because he could Rainbow Bridge Sif into a more safe position if he did decide to go with 4 next turn first. He's given up that option now.
Okay.
And also, if he doesn't deal with Wong here, he's going to score him 3 VPs.
I assume he's going to walk back onto his own point. He's got an action left. He's got 2 actions left. But, not in range of Panther. That's a shame.
And this is also leaving the shield agents up.
Oh dear. Asgard dice continue to be absolutely atrocious.
He is putting 1 through here because of the skull, and he can use Water Pity to ping an extra damage on top of that.
Yeah.
So assuming that was into Nick Fury, yeah. So he took the 1, and I imagine, yeah, and he's pitied the extra 1 in there. But Loki only has 2 power now, so he can't go for. Oh, okay. So he gained a power. I guess he hadn't. Now he's spending for go forth.
Yeah, Liam. If Loki dives the back point, then that leaves 3 victory points for Wong to pick up. So I don't think he can do that.
Yeah, he's not. So pick up the hammer.
So Wong heals Nick and then moves on to a secure, I guess.
And he's not done the go forth play.
Interesting.
Ah, so he's down to 1 power. Maybe he didn't have enough power for it.
Yeah, potentially.
I definitely saw him on 3 a minute ago, but that could be that he was.
Yeah, I think he didn't pay for his
one.
Didn't pay for his pity. So he had 2.
Ah, okay.
So gain 1, spend 1 would be on 2. So yeah, he didn't have enough to pick up the hammer as well.
Obviously, it's a different world.
Oh, Nick's repositioning. Oh, look at this. Saucy. I love it.
Reposition.
As a tactics card. I have to heal Nick here, surely. Come on, guy.
So, as I was saying, a spike into Nick Fury in that play looks a lot better. But now with the shield agent still alive, Nick probably about to get healed back up, and Rainbow Bridge now out of the picture. That's not looking like a good play.
I think there was a space Nick could stand on this card that isn't within range 3 of Loki as well, so that would have been good.
Yeah, that would have been the icing on the cake of a very strong play.
But regardless, we've got to see a reposition, which is awesome. Super happy with that.
No, what was it? So Heisman wasn't expecting to Rainbow Bridge with the hammer, but it's more the not using the Rainbow Bridge and having it available for Sif now, next turn, or for Thor himself if he wanted. Because if he doesn't go with, if he doesn't deal with either Nick Fury or the Grunts here, we're looking at an extra 2 4-dice attacks with a reroll coming through. Whereas if he'd just taken them out off the table, he wouldn't have been able to do the reposition play, so he wouldn't have been able to score that mid point. I think that's the first time I've ever seen anyone actually play reposition.
It's so cool. It used to get played.
No, that looked great.
It used to get played all the time in the week that both Nick Fury and Wakanda herbs were legal. Because you could just run and get it and then have teleport him right back. So I think this round's over. I don't know why I haven't put the points on yet, but anyway. So 9-4. It's big numbers. It's big victory points. So this is the turn basically for Molfar. Thor or Cliff just have to absolutely execute a load of idiots, and then he should get a very strong swing turn back if he does. If Thor whiffs here, that could be bad. Eric has still got Sacrifice and Brace available, and he's also got Wakanda Forever in the bag as well. So he's got a lot of tools.
He's also got Spirit for Wakanda, so if he needs to put out some of that juicy healing.
This is it. This is the top strats. He's playing a card. Oh, reposition. You turn it over. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So Sif's going first. This makes sense. She would potentially die even through Odin's against the grunts and Nick here.
Yeah, the combined firepower.
So she's going to have a little bit of a charge.
So assume plan here. Take Nick down. Get his hammer, and then the grunts don't get to go.
Yeah, makes sense. There is a sacrifice available, so she does have to one-shot him. But she does have Master Swordsman available.
Master Swordswoman.
Master Swordswoman, my apologies. I guess it makes sense. You just take the first one and then... oh no, but you get to push him. Oh, the stupid Sif with a stupid push.
But unless he gets the follow-up, there's a good chance that there isn't anywhere he can push him where...
And she can push through herself.
Yeah, but that pushes towards Shuri then for the sacrifice.
For the
Which you wouldn't necessarily want to do, but there could be an angle. But if she gets a follow-up, she's able to push him closer to Loki and then move herself, putting herself on the middle point and then attacking.
This is why this Thor is so problematic, because he can just stand there in the middle of like 5 dudes and then not have any care in the world about dying because of Odin's. It's just like super duper dumb.
Okay, so she's got the push but not the follow-up.
She got 5 into 9.
But
just dead.
He's just gonna So, oh, Wong.
She did it. Okay, she killed Wong. Was that a sacrifice play?
I didn't see sacrifice go. So I think Wong was the designated target. Maybe still bitter about Wong surviving the attacks earlier in the game. Right, I'm going to make sure he goes down finally.
I'm all behind it. Let's go. Yeah, get a bit of vengeance on that stupid Wong. So she spent a load of money. Maybe this is a spender with rerolls coming in here.
Yeah, I think this is the spender.
That makes sense. He's getting rid-roll out so that the sacrifice doesn't happen, and then just like,
not a big roll, or not too bad actually. It looked worse, but good defense.
He's got rerolls as well.
Yeah, solid defense so far. So taking 2.
Looks like Nick might survive. Oh no, it's converted all of them. So 7 into 2, taking 5.
Taking 5. Shuri rerolls, you got to pay for them here because 1 and he survives.
Yeah.
I would go full hog on the Shuri rerolls, Wakandan rerolls, and then brace for the throw damage as well. Yeah. If you keep Nick alive here, this is huge.
The skull has locked him out of rerolls a little bit though.
That was the 2 Shuri rolls, so he's got the leadership reroll now.
Yeah.
He just needs 1 of them to convert.
Oh,
it does not.
Oh dear.
So yeah, unfortunately for him, that is Nick down. Which must be a huge relief for Molfar, because I think if Nick gets to go here, that could have been pretty grim.
Yes, that could have been toast for somebody.
So he gets a move right here. Short advance?
On the spender, I'm not sure.
Yeah, after the throw, but after attack is resolved, if the target character is size 3 or less, this character throws a target character medium, then this character advances short.
Pretty good, isn't it? Okay.
Oh, but just out of range of the gamma there. I feel like he definitely could have positioned. Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe Wong was blocking it, but you think it would have been even like a little bit closer on the police car itself. Could have put a Sif on the middle gamma.
Yeah, she was base to base with Nick. You imagine. So yeah, I mean, sure, you're looking to stagger Thor here. You would think is the only realistic play.
Do you sacrifice this if he goes for the stagger? Sacrifice it onto Sif. She's already gone this turn.
Oh yeah, makes sense. So you're going to push Loki out of pity range first, and then do something to someone. Sif doesn't have any money for any cards, so one lucky shot here could do a lot of trouble to...
Unlike her builder, the spender can actually do damage. Well, more than one. Unfortunately, with his Wong placement from the previous turn, he's created a convenient backstop for 4. I don't think he's got an angle there to push past him.
That's true. He could have double pushed Thor, couldn't he? Otherwise.
Yeah, if Wong had been a little bit closer to the police station, he potentially could have pushed.
I think that's fine. You want to stagger him anyway, don't you?
Well,
or burn sacrifice at least, but yeah.
Burning sacrifice, yeah. So this is the push into Loki, I think. So
yeah, rolls the skull.
No damage because of the skull. Yep.
Okay.
You do the pity damage?
Yeah.
There's no range on it?
Okay.
When attacking Loki himself.
Yeah. If Molfar is smart, he can KO Shuri without giving up priority, and then Thor and Sif can just go to town next turn. I think that'll probably be that.
Do you think you just go here for the spender into 4 and just hope that he doesn't sacrifice it, or just accept that sacrifice is going to go?
You just got to burn through it at some point, I think.
Yeah. So he's gone for it. No sign of a sacrifice though.
Oh, Sif doesn't have any power.
Oh, Sif. Oh yeah, sorry, I always forget it's Sif herself and needs to pay for it. So
yeah, she would have to be 2 as well because she had a hammer.
yeah, because of the hammer.
But no wild, so no stagger.
Oh, rough.
Got a leadership reroll. Fish for this wild. Does not get it. Okay.
No. Okay, damage, but you kind of just powered him up even more.
Yeah, potentially you maybe should have double spended him there. Oh, he's gonna have words with the. So yeah.
Okay. Oh, how many is it?
Just one.
Oh, just one.
Okay, fine.
Should zoom in more, but I thought I could see a few crits in.
Okay.
Still got Wakanda Forever up, so I don't know if that's what he's thinking.
He's maybe thinking if he doesn't use it now, it's never getting used. But
Oh, it's a stun on 4.
that is something. That is definitely.
Oh yeah,
something.
definitely. Now that he's spent the power on the counter attack as well, that means he's not going to be able to generate enough power during his turn to throw and pounce.
Yeah.
Not that there's that much terrain around, but there's potentially he could have pounced in and then thrown that car.
Yeah. Yeah, the terrain's very badly positioned for the Asgard. There's a size 5, he's not going to be able to throw, and then the 3s and 4s are quite far away.
Someone whose favourite model is Rhino. I vote that we outlaw all size 5 terrain.
You've not convinced me, Nick. But,
just melt it down. Just take it off every board.
every game should be against Web Warriors on a table with 2 size 5s.
Ooh. Almost threw up in my mouth a little bit there.
Yeah.
Or even worse than 2 size 5s, 2 Quinjets. So you can't even bring the Twin Hulks.
It's disgusting. That Quinjet train piece is just so bad. I just instantly flip the card every time that comes up on TTS. It's like, no, we're not playing with that shit.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. It's annoying because it's one of those things where it looks really good visually, but it's just so awful to play with on the table. And especially that you can't interact with it either.
Yeah, that's very annoying. Oh my god. So, 2 models down, Shuri's taking 2 damage on her own turn, and Thor is still to activate. So yeah, everything's cool.
Okay, so Koye, yep, so Wakanda Forever is getting played.
Okay, it's interesting because Schiff isn't on this point, so I don't know where she's going.
Yeah, just gets her further away, I guess. She is going to have power next turn to charge, but like we mentioned, he's body blocked 4 with his own Wong. I think he wishes he's able to push him away now. So, if I'm right here as well, so Shuri is going to take an extra pity damage here if he pushes Sif into range 3 of Loki.
Got no choice to do that either.
No. I don't think there's any way he cannot. So, I'm not
stupid.
Sure. Stupid ability, but I'm not sure it's worth this push here. I don't think it's with Sif being able to charge, already not being on the point. I'm not sure there's the value of effectively trading.
Well, it's a must anyway. So now, once he's attacked and played the card, he has to push it.
No. Of course. That I mean, just doing it in the first place.
Yeah.
I guess you're getting the gamma damage on her at least.
Yeah, I think
winning her health down.
I don't like this. I think you can save it for Black Panther double move push on the back gamma. I think that's a pretty strong out for Eric.
Yeah.
This turn. So saving it for that. So if he moves Loki onto this back point, which he has to do really, because he can't give it away, being 9-4 down, then Panther could double move Wakanda Forever, push him off, that gets him 2 points. Maybe Koye scores the back point. That's 5 right there.
Not on the table now though. Looks like he chose not to water pity. Maybe he didn't want to use up his last bit of power.
Oh, he has done it. She's got 3 damage on her.
Oh, okay, sorry. One thing that has put Shuri in range of is for Thor to double attack, and if he gets the wild on both of those, he can use the ping damage to kill Shuri.
Yeah. So that's 1.
So who was this for attacking?
Into Black Panther, yeah. So he takes 1.
Yeah, surely you ping. Do you ping the 1?
Well, either is
Either's good. So Shuri remove off the board, or Koye potentially getting the hammer, but you are then giving away priority. So
yeah,
I think that's the right call. Going to Shuri.
Yeah. Thor has also got an any direction push because he is dumb.
Okay, so he's pushed him away. So I guess he's going to go for a follow-up attack into.
Is he in range 3? He's not in range 3 of. Oh, he's going for a pounce. That makes sense.
Oh, Black Panther's not gone anyway, so he wouldn't be giving up priority if he.
Because Loki's still got to go as well. So
yeah,
he kills.
I'm getting way ahead of myself.
Kills a Koye, then he does give it up.
He does give up priority. Oh, so I was right, but completely wrong in my working to get there.
Well, someone's taking a big hit. I assume it's Shuri.
Well, 3 blocks though, so currently only 2 going through. And yeah, that was. Shuri is gone.
So Thor's throwing a thing at somebody. I guess this will be a brace. Yeah.
Yep, 2 power spent for the hammer attacks.
Trigger happy brace there, makes sense. That's her Spirit Wakanda power as well.
Oh no. Black Panther does now have enough to Spirit Wakanda to heal Okoye though.
Ah, yes. But yeah, Loki can't reach this back point. So Eric's going to score 4 victory points just with Okoye and Panther, taking him to 13. So that's a potential position you can win the game from. Only needing to score 3. That's a really good point, actually, in ability. If he doesn't brace that car, then he can win priority back. And then Thor can't pick up the hammer anyway, so Panther can go grab the hammer. Sorry, he only scores 3, you're right, Heisman. My bad. Which is actually a big difference, because I'm 12, I don't think he scores 4 next turn.
So that was Shuri pinged into 4, but he, with the leadership reroll, he didn't take any damage. Oh, so if he leaves the back point here, 4 has the power to double walk pounce, then
Yeah, that would be a disaster. You can't do that.
This isn't. It looks like he's go forth in, but
makes sense.
Yeah, but Black Panther's healthy.
Oh dear, yes. Hopefully Eric spots that.
So
Loki double walk onto the backgammon probably is good.
Or is he moving to the middle thinking that Black Panther's going to come in and push 4 off? And
maybe double move pounce doesn't get onto the back point. I'm not sure like the ranges here.
Yeah. Well, pounce would get him probably in line with his home gamma. Then a double long, I think, would make it.
Yeah.
And that would score him, what, 5? Putting him 2 away from victory.
Assuming,
and that would be pretty hard to come back from.
Assuming Loki double moves to stand next to Okoye, then he'd get 4. Okay. Yeah, he's going to move here and attack the grunts, I guess.
Let's finally take those grunts out.
Yeah. Just in range. So yeah, just moving Shuri back to. But yeah.
Well, the grunts could survive though. Only 2 coming in.
Oh, they block it.
Oh.
Look at this. Dear oh dear.
Okay, so with Black Panther here, do you go walk, pounce, push 4 off, score the middle? Gets you 4 points.
I guess that's the play, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just trying to get the lines right so you don't end up in 3 of Loki.
Also, that gap's going to be quite tight to pounce into to make sure that you're contesting the gamma.
I think you get a 3 out now from Loki and see how far it goes, because you could potentially just pounce into Nick.
Yeah.
And just be sure.
I would have potentially liked pouncing from the off.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess this is the option as well.
Oh.
Push 4 out of the way first, and then pounce into the spot itself.
Yeah. Yeah, no damage. takes the damage from pity. Oh no, there's no power on Loki, so he can't. Oh, maybe year 1.
Nope.
Oh, you got 1 when you attack the grunts.
Yeah, and 4 could have paid for a reroll as well to give him damage for the pity.
Bomp into the lamppost. And he can pounce into Thor. Potentially.
Yeah, I like this.
Yep, this is good, makes sense. I want to see that 3-stick come out, so we're not in range of Loki.
I'm not, as 4 was in range of him. I think it's going to be very difficult for him to.
It's the kind of thing you just check, don't you? Like...
You should check if it is an option available to you. I'm not sure it is, but I would definitely check and look.
Bomp.
Maybe this angle does it. I think it's unlikely, but.
Thor.
Oh, all through.
Takes it.
So that's quite impactful because now he's basically forcing him to go with 4 first next turn.
Yeah.
If he'd brace that, he's less reliant on having to go with 4 first turn. It gives him more options.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Such as double tacking into Black Panther with Loki.
Yeah, I guess he didn't want to brace because then he would start next turn with 1 power, which would be terrible. But then again, he's taken this damage, which is also not great. Okay, so 13-7, big numbers. We're going to have to see if Eric can hang on from this position. The Nick Fury plays pick is something really good here, isn't it? Because without that, he's just no way he's getting 3 hammers to start the game. So it's been huge.
Yeah, no, he definitely came in clutch.
There's a 3-stick coming out here. He doesn't have a beam, I don't think. But I won't be surprised if he somehow had one. Only cool models like Logan the Wolverine can have a super duper beam.
Yeah.
Sticky
Lucky for Eric here that there isn't enough power on Loki for his beam, because that would be quite juicy to walk up there and potentially get the entire team with a area attack with a hammer.
For sure. So Thor's paid 2, 3 for something. A pounce, I guess. So yeah, that would have been.
Did he have the 3 power there?
I think he had 2 at the end of last turn, and then got 1 in the.
Ah, okay. When I last checked, he must not have done the power phase yet.
Yeah. So.
So pounce into Black Panther.
Yeah.
Oh, big attack coming through.
Here we
Force
go.
Finally turned up.
Asgard dice happening. That's the end of Pouncer.
And double pings as well.
Oh dear. So that'll kill the grunts.
Oh, it was Wong.
It was. Oh my god.
Sacrifice.
What?
Wong,
Oh, sacrifice, right. Yeah. Okay. That's a card.
Sacrificed it.
That's allowed to happen.
And so no pings then, because with Wong taken off the board, can't measure from him to do the arc lightning damage.
Perfect. Very nice play there from Eric, saving the sacrifice. Yeah, this is tasty. He's got another attack to go, I guess. But I guess this is
Going to Black Panther here.
I guess it must be.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah, super whiffed.
But Black Panther didn't. Oh no.
It was going to the grunts. Okay.
Okay. Well, I think that's a huge win if 4 is using one of his attack actions to go into the grunts.
A grunt with 1 health left.
Yeah. Because all he needed was that if he'd gone into anyone else, the wild on that attack dealt with the grunts.
Wow.
I guess removing the grunts from the table has significantly reduced the damage that Eric can put out with his next activation. Should he have gone with Nick?
Yeah, I mean, he can't really. He has to go with Panther. But Nick has 8, which is enough to summon the grunts and do 2 spenders anyway. So it's still a lot of damage.
But do you, with your activation here, run Panther away to that back point?
Oh, yeah, it was the Arc that killed the grunts. He attacked Black Panther. He blocked all the damage because of blanks, and then killed the grunts thing. So yeah, we don't know what we're talking about. So yeah, ignore us. It's fine.
Well, I did suggest that attacking into someone else would have been better because the Arc would have killed the grunts.
Yeah,
so
we knew what we
I did have the right idea at least. But the trouble is when they don't ping, we're having to make guesswork over who is attacking.
Yeah, it's their fault, not ours, because they didn't do the pointy sticks. How dare these lovely volunteers not do all the stuff? It is difficult when you're spectating because you can't hear what they're saying, so you've got no idea what's really going on. So you're going to miss something occasionally.
Yeah, get off our back, chat.
Yeah. It's a very polite message. It was entirely our fault. Right. Yeah, it's not a lot of huge options for Eric here, because like if he runs away with Panther, which he kind of has to do.
But if he can hold the back point and the 2 hammers, that's enough to win him the game.
Exactly.
Loki can make it there, but him double walking there, he's not making an attack.
No.
Sif has the charge option, so it might be tight for her to make it, but Loki has the option to send her forward once, and then she can walk charge.
Yeah.
And with her push, she can displace someone.
Yeah.
But you're still putting yourself in a position then where Eric's going on to 15 points. Unless you can daze one of the 2.
Yeah. Ability quite. Oh, okay. Yeah, nobility pointing out that he's 1 short of
Spirit of Wakanda, yeah, the ham attacks.
So he could have potentially attacked Thor, try and get that 1 power, and then
he's running for the hills,
and then move back and heal. Because healing here is also really super relevant.
Yep.
Ooh.
Running for the hills. And he's pouncing as well into the corner.
Oh dear, I'm not sure about this.
Yeah.
Because oh god. Yeah. Because Loki could go forth Sif, who can then charge Okoye, and then all she needs is the push, and then you're not scoring your 3 victory points. Did
you go with Loki here to try and just take out?
Yeah. So
Fury.
The play line is Loki kills Nick, go forth Sif, and then Okoye.
Sif charges to the back point.
Yeah. Well, I guess if no, that's not the line, is it? I guess it makes sense. Okoye then runs to another corner and abandons that backgammon potentially, but then.
Is he not catching up though? If he's scoring 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, he'll score. He'll
outscore.
Yeah, he'll score 6, go up to 13. So that doesn't work. So yeah, I don't like that Panther thing. Yeah, so. I mean.
So, with Sif, he would have the option. Obviously, there's that if he doesn't kill Okoye, he can push her off the point as well, which stops him winning.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot on that 1 6 dice roll.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you still have to roll the wild. And she doesn't have enough to Master Swordswoman it.
No, not with the charge.
Uh,
How much is a spender? Is it 4?
yeah,
No, 3.
3.
Okay, so potentially a go forth and a medium move may get her within range 3.
Oh, yeah. You still need to trigger, though. You don't get the throw automatically.
You don't, but more chance of
Yeah, it's
you're attacking from outside of range 2,
martial
and
artist, yeah,
you're
sure.
you're definitely increasing your odds of dazing her.
The problem with Panther running away like this is that if if Eric doesn't score out this turn, then he just loses because Panther's out of the game.
Yeah. Doesn't have the power to pounce back in, or you can't double walk, push, or anything.
This is super.
I think he's got to go with here with Loki to try and take Fury out here.
For sure. It's not guaranteed though. I mean, even with a hammer, Loki's got
no doubt, of course. But I think if Fury lives here and just murders Sif with, and then picks up her hammer,
yeah,
then that's game then. Even if he does manage to. Oh no, actually, it'd still be lose at turn 1 point. Depends if Loki can test in the middle or not. But either way, yeah. If keeping Fury alive is going to be pretty scary. And I don't think he can afford to run away with Okoye, so she's not going anywhere.
No.
Oh, Sif's going.
Okay. Interesting.
Paid for a charge?
He's paid... He measured 3, he also paid 2, so I guess he's paying
paid 2.
Charge.
I think he's maybe reconsidering now because of the measuring the short move he would get from the spender.
Doesn't get on.
So yeah, I think he's sticking with it.
Well, interesting. I suppose he's looking for 1 power here. He's got a hammer as well, so yeah, looking for 1 power. So Master Swordsman, the second one.
He is only rolling 5 though, despite the hammer.
Yeah.
Is he going to realise and add? Yeah. No.
Oh. Okay.
No, he added. Oh, now he's adding it.
No, that was the crit.
Yeah, but he added 1 and then he added 1 again.
Right,
so
okay.
he made amends for him not having the hammer.
Sure. Okay,
not a great attack. 2 in. Got the
2
push.
in. That's enough for the Master Swordswoman on the next one, which I think is going to be the.
Yeah, you here you don't want to push away. You need him to be within range. Paying for the reroll, I guess. Yeah, he was already doing 2, but if... Oh, I don't like that, actually, because now it means that if he blocks this... Oh. Okay, I think he got lucky there, because he was guaranteed to have the power to do Master Swordswoman. But because he spent 1 for the reroll and blanked, if Fury had rolled a block with his Wakandan reroll, then Sif wasn't going to have the power for Master Swordswoman on this next attack.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was a bold play, which he did not get punished for. So he's remembered his hammer this time.
Yeah, it's
big attack.
That's it.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. Okay, so he's got Fury down, but I guess the option here is that Loki can contest that back point. So there's no way Wakandan's going to score 3 points now.
Yeah, Loki can just double walk if he wants, can't he?
Yeah, which I think he surely does, because even if you can walk up and tap Okoye, if you don't kill her, you lose the game. So
yeah.
I think by running away with Black Panther there, he's potentially just thrown the game.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
if Black Panther's still standing on that back point, Loki can't just double walk up and stop you scoring.
exactly. He could. I mean, he probably kills Okoye anyway, but probably is not definitely.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would go for the put yourself on the car for the cover as well, just in case, I guess.
Yeah, but then Loki just double walks, and then that's that, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. But he may be thinking, like, that Loki is potentially planning to attack him. So how many is he going to spend? Because 4's not on the middle point.
Loki still has a go forth as well, so he could potentially just.
Yeah, but I don't think he can move him anywhere to score a point.
No.
So if he's got 2 hammers, so he'd be getting 5, so that puts him on 12, 15, 12. But it's going to be very hard for Wakanda to score anything next turn. Other than potentially the 2 hammers, which won't be enough if he gets all 3 secures.
Yep, this is the perils of running away to the corners. If you misjudge the number, then you just end up on 15, and then you never get that one more you need ever again. I've done that so many times.
Ooh, I think he's trying to desperately work out if there's any way out of this, but I think he might be coming to the realization that he's backed himself into corner.
Yeah, I think the play was attack Thor, hope to get 1 power, move to the back point where Okoye is, Wakanda forever, heal them both are back up, so that there's much less likely that they get 1 tapped by Loki, and then you win.
And the best thing about that is we would have looked absolute idiots for criticising him not using Spirit of Wakanda earlier in the game.
That would have been perfect, actually. I would have enjoyed that narrative quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or we're trying to play, he's playing 3D chess while we're playing checkers or whatever the meme is.
Yeah, I think we are being thoroughly schooled here until that point. Oh, it's not us. I think it's out, but it's closer than I thought it was. Yeah, just double move.
I gave him the option, of attack. Oh, don't do this attack. If 4 is in range, then this attack is fine. If 4 isn't in range, you cannot make this attack.
Oh wow, he was thinking about making these.
Oh, he's out anyway. I think he's potentially lucky that he is out of range, because
Yeah, for sure.
maybe 4 makes it anyway, and then it doesn't matter. But
He does, yeah, fine. Okay.
4, okay, okay, fair enough. But it looks pretty close, and had he not been any used in an attack, that would have been wild. Yeah, I definitely think that's the right call. He could have gone to the back point, score an extra point, but no need at this stage. I think you want Loki up there just in case 4 gets taken out by Okoye.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, looking pretty grim for Wakanda at this point. 15-12. Oh, you hate losing a game when you get to 15. It's always rough.
Okay, so we send Stranger Things out of Okoye. She's got a hammer.
Just needs to one-shot Loki through Odin's. Well, I guess neither of them can afford it currently, so... Oh no, the power phase will give them the power.
Loki, yeah, but Odin's cost 3.
And hammer.
He's got a hammer.
That's it. That's fine. That's the out. Okoye just one-shots Loki and then puts 2 into Thor. We're good.
Doesn't have the power for a spend or anything, so
Let's go. Let's go, Okoye. I mean,
4 crits and 4 successes. I have seen it at least once before.
she needs to do it without rolling a skull as well, because she rolls 2 skulls.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. 4 crits, 4 successes, no skulls. Lovely. I believe in her.
Let's go. It's just a noble 2 threat staring down 11 threat in 2 models, trying her best. You wouldn't see Toad trying to face off this kind of nonsense. He'd be running away, hiding in a corner.
Yeah, Toad would be where Black Panther is.
Yeah, stupid Toad. Where's she going? She's going somewhere.
Oh, no, do not run away.
That's not going to work, my friend.
Well, yes, you will lose the game if you run away. If he moves off this back point, that is literally game, because Panther, she can't pay Spirit of Wakanda to give a Black Panther pounce. We know from his last move that Black Panther's more than 1 walk away from that back point, so he can't get onto the point and push them.
Yeah, so she walks away, the Asgard win without literally doing anything else.
Yeah, they can literally pass all their activations and they win the game if Okoye walks away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess they only score 5.
Do they?
So it would be 17 all, but
17 all. Okay.
But with the last activation, they can move whoever was on either Thor or Loki to the other point and then score.
Yeah, I may be exaggerating, but nonetheless, running away is a terrible, terrible idea here.
This is actually this is one of the really interesting things about Marvel. I think is like when you need to make the decision to like fight. Like sometimes the out is Okoye just needs to one shot Loki, and then when that is the case, you need to spot it and do it. There's no point.
Yeah,
there's no point losing slower. You might as well just accept that this is you got your 1% chance. You might as well take it.
And even if he gets it to 17, he's in no better position then.
No.
Even worse position if he's ran away. Obviously, there's a chance that Molfar gets greedy and goes chasing, and rather than just scoring the points he needs to win. But
yeah, I mean, yeah, there's always a possibility for mistakes from your opponent, but it's. I don't think the line is complicated enough that he would do that. It's tough though. I've been in this position like you don't want to roll these dice.
You don't want to be like, okay, so he's going, I don't like this because this is...
He's sacrificing into Loki.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, fair enough.
Okay.
Not a bad attack.
Let's go. Oh, boo.
The
Boo.
defense.
Loki. All right, well...
I was going to say, I didn't like that because if he attacked into 4 first, 4 could pay for a reroll, which then meant Loki had the power needed for Odin's.
Sure.
Obviously, we're talking incredibly low odds.
Yeah.
He did manage to get what? We were talking about needing to get 8, and he got 6
That's
successes.
all right, isn't it?
So,
Yeah,
that was a pretty good attack.
You can maybe kill Thor here, though. The fact twice is gone. You haven't taken a pity damage. Go out in a blaze of glory, Okoye. It's fine. I like it. Oh, she's got enough for the spender now as well. And there's a flurry on here.
Okay.
So she could get it.
Working there.
Let's go. She can't because Odin's is up, but on Loki. Okay, that's not it.
You get the wild here, and still it's got a leadership.
3 into
Yeah,
1.
leadership as well.
Leadership. Let's get this wild.
A lot of dice without rolling the skull as well, which is good. That didn't convert, unfortunately.
Who did he attack?
He spends the power for the reroll.
It was a Loki.
Into Loki.
Oh, that's a shame. Because Odin's was available, so that was never going to work. Well, good effort though. Yeah, he's.
Oh yeah, not bad at all. Heroically,
she's accepted her fate and she's gone down swinging. Good Okoye.
Saddest thing for me is looking up in the corner and seeing all those red tactics cards, apart from Spirit.
Oh, bless.
Okay, maybe Panther's not as far out as we actually thought.
I think that's why I was so attracted to the really big turn 1 Spirit Wakanda play, stuff like that, because like this was always going to happen towards the end of the game. You're always going to run out of resources, so it's best to...
Yes. And he could have done some good stuff with it to score in those extra VP in the first turn. So while he's on 15 now, he could potentially have already scored out.
Exactly. Yeah, as Liam says, even with bad dice, Asgard be crazy, and that is true. Yeah, they rolled like absolute trash for most of this game.
So can he make this?
Nowhere near.
No. And yep. And this is well, if he wasn't already regretting it, this is when he regrets how far he ran away with Panther.
Yeah.
Because Panther was never not in any danger anyway, in terms of the threat range that Asgard could put out. They weren't even close to hitting him.
No.
And suspending that extra power to pounce even further into the corner. Don't want to be too critical, but that really didn't make any sense. So if he had a pounce online here,
well, for a start,
obviously braces up, but he could at least get into the action.
Yeah, for sure. He could have moved, pounced into Loki, and then maybe, well, yeah. Well, he's got brace
would go over at that point, but yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But ended up being a good game.
Yeah, it was really interesting. It was a good watch.
Kept it pretty close. Came down to that one VP.
That's close as you can get, really, isn't it? When you just run out of steam on 15. So yeah, that's the end of him. Everyone's gonna score 1, go to 16, and then all the remaining points. So 6, 7, so 19. So 19, 16 to the Asgard. Brilliant. All right. Thank you, Nick, for joining me again, and thank you everybody for watching.
You're welcome.
That was a fun game, and I'll see you all next time.
Thank you. Goodbye.